really incredible to see that kind of action. This is a plane that will really give you a good sense of flight and get you started in your aviation career. You can see the wheels stay down so you don't have the extra machinery worried with landing gear. Just like the steerman doing a low pass with the smoke on.
How to fly, these planes are bare bones, simple airplanes. All they had to do was learn to fly in the So as a result, your instrument panel is not very sophisticated. Needle airspeed ball, all you need to control the airplane. No radios. Watch the power, you got hearing signals. How did the communicate who is learning how to fly and the instructor pilot, how did they communicate? Your instructor pilot generally sat in the back seat, the student sat in the front.
All right, so one time real quick as they're going by me, Mark Swaney, lead in the blue Rocket. Next up is Norm Hall in the RV-6A, and his beautiful red RV-7 is Scott Dweck, and bringing up the rear in his RV-10.
Your dozy. All the instructor had to do was take that Gossport tube, stick it out into the slipstream. There's nothing like about 100 miles an hour to wake up a dozing pilot. You'll notice some of these airplanes, like I say, they are brightly painted. You want a trainer airplane, all your airplanes are brightly painted. Two theories on that is if something happens, you want to find where the bigger pieces are. And second off, you're not controlled. You're flying a big formation. If you know how to fly and you come across a whole formation of trainer airplanes, maybe you would think twice and say, I'm going to join that formation. I don't think so. Not with this. It's a big sign saying student pilot. After the war, most of these, and they go to hundreds and thousands of these. A lot of them became truck busters, cloud seeders, Skyriders, and all those are done with a little more sophisticated materials. Those airplanes are what they call cloth-covered airplanes, except for the PT-22, that of course is metal. You can see that. The Wright brothers, they were great with wood and cloth. That's the way to go. Fuselage. Back in the days, they used cotton and shrunk it so it got drum tight. You shrunk it down, you put shellac on it, to make it stiff. And you put silver on it so the sun wouldn't fly. And you paint it whatever color you want. And to make that cloth stay on the airplane, believe it or not, it's called rib stitching. It would actually sew the fabric to the airplane so it wouldn't balloon. Later on, as technology improved, they decided fabric is great, but now let's try metal. And now most airplanes are a lot of metal, and now they're talking fiberglass, and now they're talking composites. So you talk to some of these guys and they'll explain to you how you cover an airplane. It's very fascinating. Most of our airplanes covered with fabric. We ship them off to Santa Paula and some other places. Santa Paula is a lot of our fabric. The metal airplanes, the fighters you're going to see a little bit later, they are metal airplanes, but the flight controls are covered in cloth and goes down and so we'll talk more about those when they make that call.
Okay.
Chase a lot of things, but very nice, used to be called Metropolitan Army Airfield, and they use this field too. They tested the B-38. If you look at the Camarillo Heights, in 1944, during one of the routine runs of the B-38 guys out of Van Nuys, or Mark Tail, Van Nuys was there. They had an accident. Two of them collided over Camarillo. The guys survived the rest of the war. We have parts of that crash. If you want more of the correct P-38s, there's more P-38s up in the hill up there. The second one is the guy built Nick Bragg. right at the corner of Las Cruces and Armenia. You know where that is? That was farmland way back when, Rancho Camarillo. There's a McDonald's standing there today. So there's a little history there on that corner right there.
That's great stuff, Ron. Really appreciate it. Sitting to my left up here, Ron Fleischman, one of the founding members of our commemorative Air Force wing here at the Southern California wing. Test pilots, we're honoring test pilots out here, and I'd be remiss, I just got to check in, and I want to give a big shout out to my good friend. He's recently retired from the Navy as a Commodore over here, Ryan Bubba Bryla. In the audience says we're sounding good, and we want to thank him and all our friends from Naval Base Ventura County, active duty and retired. And I've been saying all day for you youngsters who are considering an opportunity to join the service. It doesn't have to be the Navy, but I'm a little biased, having over 19 years of service as active duty disability in the Navy. But definitely plenty of people out here that are willing to talk to you. So. All our friends and retirees out in the crowd, we want to give you a big shout out to see you. And once again, I want to thank Visit Camarillo for hosting the VIP tent down there. Our friends Juliana and Bailey, I know you're hosting and taking great care. I'm up here busy. They gave me a great invite. I don't think I'm going to be able to get down there, but it's always nice to be welcome. So I hope all the VIPs at Visit Camarillo.
Some of them right now it's almost a vanishing breed. I think they estimate by the time 2030 rolls around, there will be no more World War II veterans. Now is a good chance. Go up there and talk to those guys. They got stories. A lot of those guys, the veterans, not only were they World War II, some of them are 3-war veterans. They fought World War II, Korea, and did some Vietnam time. Talk to them. Also in there, they are a lot of people that are up there. They have they want to show you and talk about. We have some stuff in our museum. There's some good stuff, great stuff that connected to them, their family, and they'll be more than talk to you about. We have Larry, our photograph up there. He's having a photo exhibit coming up in September in Northridge. His pictures are on display there, so that he was a Navy photographer. Stop by the hangar, stop by the veterans center, and the pinups for rats. They're up there with the young Rosie Finger,
I was going to say they sure do. They were here yesterday doing a feature for their YouTube channel with our Semper Fi, our PDJ that took over 23 years to restore. Beautiful finally see that flying when we get to the Pacific Theater action. And we couldn't be more thrilled with everything that we have going on there at the Commemorative Air Force.
Here you say it's 75 to 80 years old. An airplane is only as its last inspection that it doesn't pass. Now, because we're flying airplanes, we don't want an airplane to fall out of the sky on you. And we don't want to hurt somebody, or definitely hurt a pilot, or destroy somebody's license. That's thousands of airplanes that were built during World War II. Very, very few of them left. So that's our job at the Commemorative Air Force. We want to preserve the airplanes, and we want to preserve them in flying condition so you can see what they're like.
You know, Ron, you talk about the inspection. I think a lot of people don't know, but it's worth mentioning. These warbirds, they have more annual inspection requirements than general aviation planes would. So we see these RV planes and these rockets flying around.